Hello and welcome to my YouTube video. I just wanted to talk about Battlefield 6 and share my own thoughts and opinions. You can disagree with me. I'm a nobody. I just want to share my thoughts and opinions on Battlefield 6 since I'm a big fan of this series and I just want this game to be successful and not make the same mistakes that 2042 made. To get started, I started playing Battlefield when Battlefield 1 came out in 2016. That was the first one I ever played, and I have played each one since then. It is also my favorite Battlefield, but I also enjoyed Battlefield 5, but that's just because of my love for World War II. I did play some Battlefield 3, 4, and Hardline during COVID, but that was probably about 10 hours between all three games. So I feel like I can't compare Battlefield 6 to any of those games, and therefore I won't. I have been having a blast playing the Battlefield 6 Beta. At least for me, it has everything I want out of a Battlefield game. At the time of making this video, the first beta weekend is about to end, and I have played about 10 hours and reached level 20 and maxed out a few weapons. I love the maps that are available and have played every class and tried out most of the weapons. I haven't played any of the jets or helicopters other than that one time I got into a helicopter with a friend and I killed us both. I have played around with the tanks. I have decided for myself to pre-order the game based on my experience while playing the beta. You know, it's completely up to you if you want to wait and pre-order, if you want to pre-order now. You know, I just being upfront and clear about that. I just want to give my perspective on the game. I'm not trying to convince you to pre-order or not. On to the pros and cons of the beta and just the game in general that I've seen. I can't say anything about the game being similar to Battlefield 3 or 4. I will say, in my opinion, Battlefield 6 is a more modern Battlefield 1, which I love. For the most part, the weapons feel great and balanced other than the shotgun. I know everyone has noticed how OP it is in its current state. I think the shotgun is worse if you try to ADS. If you just run around and shoot without ADSing, you can kill people from a distance when you probably shouldn't. But when you ADS, you can't even kill anyone that's up close and personal to you. I think they said they're either next weekend or when the game comes out, they will have nerfed the shotgun. So I'm just going to have fun with it while it lasts. I know they're making other small changes like reworking the stim that Assault gets to just removing effects and not healing. I just don't know when that is going to happen. I think they also said they're giving the spawn beacon to Assault instead of Recon, but that's all that I'm aware of currently. I know there's other small changes, but they just haven't stuck in my brain. I have encountered a few bugs and glitches while playing the beta, but overall my time has been glitch free. There is one bug I deal with pretty often though, and that I call it the respawn bug, where if you die and wait to respawn, you can hit spacebar and it'll respawn normally. But if you go into your loadout and adjust something and then go back to the map and just hit spacebar to deploy, it won't let you. You have to move your mouse over and click deploy. I didn't know that. I forgot where I read it, but someone said you had to click deploy, and that's been the only way around it. But initially it was annoying for me to deal with because it was just at random times and I never knew how long I would have to wait because I kept spamming the spacebar trying to deploy. But other issues I know people have dealt with, mainly my friends, are the invisible weapons and crashes. I have crashed 3 times, but I've had like 5 times where the game completely froze on me. And like everything on my computer, I couldn't move my mouse. I could still hear audio from Discord because I was with my friends on Discord, but they couldn't hear me. I couldn't speak to them. I couldn't do anything. I just had to sit there and wait. 3 of those times, the game crashed for me. But the other 2 times, the game just ended up kicking me back to the main lobby, and I had to rejoin afterwards. Then another, I don't know if it's a glitch or bug or whatever, but I think it is because when I go into the locked weapon classes game modes, I can still equip any weapon on whatever class I'm playing. So I don't think it's... I heard that they're fixing that. I don't know if... I'm assuming for the next weekend that they're going to fix that. But other than that, the only other bug I've dealt with has been like when I go down and get res, sometimes I've had just random lines, you know, all the like the shapes and all that are just all wonky. If I have a clip of it happening, I'll put it up right now. But it lasts for anywhere from like 10 to 15 seconds, and then the game goes back to normal. But other than that, those are the only bugs I've encountered or heard people encounter. The weapons menu for me was a little bit confusing because I would hit spacebar to select the weapon and then I would hit spacebar again and modify it, but from my understanding, the only way you can modify a weapon is by moving your mouse over and hitting modify. So it was just a little bit annoying initially, but that's just more me nitpicking more than anything. I'm excited for the second week of the beta because I'm pretty sure they're going to add more content, and I'm excited to see what they have in store. On to what I hope happens at release. I don't want them to add a battle pass to the game. I don't think the game really needs it. I don't see how it fits into, you know, Battlefield. There really is no reason. Then on to the other stuff where I disagree with many streamers who said that they need to add daily rewards, add ranked game modes, or change the movement to be more like COD. The movement, in my opinion, feels like Battlefield. There is no need to change that. I can see daily rewards kind of as an incentive, but I play Battlefield because I love Battlefield. I don't care about daily rewards. There shouldn't be any ranked game mode. Maybe a harder game mode, you know, where like you have less health, the bullets do more damage, or like, you know, more realistic, I guess. But ranked, nah, that doesn't belong in Battlefield, in my opinion. I love that they said that they aren't going to add skins like Fortnite or COD, you know, that don't really match up with the game. They're just collabs between IP and the game maker. I am personally okay with them adding skins into the game as long as they fit the theme of the game. So I'm okay with them, you know, having like an in-game store, as long as they don't have anything like loot boxes, which I think they will, because Battlefield 5 had stuff like that. I don't remember if Battlefield 2042 had it, and that's just, you know, I played like probably 20 hours of Battlefield 2042 before I stopped playing. Actually, no, probably more like 100. But as long as they add the skins, whether it be like character skins or weapon skins that fit the time and theme of the game, I'm okay with it. Like, again, Battlefield 5, they did that really great, in my opinion. That was the way it needed to be done, because all the skins, you know, fit each faction and class. But I don't see how they're going to be able to really do that in the modern setting. Maybe just add different nations, you know, as skins. Like, so you got NATO, because it's one of the factions in the game, but maybe you could also be like a U.S. Marine, a U.S. Navy SEAL, you know, the special forces for the Russians, the Chinese, the French army, like maybe stuff like that. But other than that, I have really enjoyed, you know, the beta. I'm excited to play the second week. I want to know what you guys think, though. You know, are you guys going to pre-order the game? Or are you guys going to wait for the second week to see the small changes and fixes they're doing? But what do you think about adding ranked daily rewards or making the movement be more like COD? Just let me know in the comments. I'm excited to, you know, talk about the game. It's one of my all-time favorite games. But yeah, thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a nice day, and ciao.